Hi everyone, welcome back to Lynette's Beauty Box. I am Lynette. So, happy Friday. So today we're going to be decluttering my favorite thing in my collection, and that's going to be eyeshadow. So, I'm just going to give you a little rundown of what we're going to do first. First, we're going to talk about loose shadows, single shadows, and then we'll move on to the huge box of palettes that Marty thankfully got together for me. I actually, last night, I rewatched my palette declutter from like 7 months ago, and I realized from watching that video that there are some palettes in my collection that stayed in my collection when I decluttered them the first time. I guess probably I was like, I haven't really used them. Let's revisit them a little bit. So I decluttered them, but then they got infused back into the collection. I'm drinking from my favorite cup. It's a stemless wine glass, and it says on it, it says, duh, if it was easy being a mom, dads would do it. Favorite glass. I only paid $1 for it at like TJ Maxx, so that was fun. Okay, so are you ready? Get yourself a drink, strap in, because this is going to be a little intense. Well, for me anyway. I have some of them setting on Marty's walker. Okay, so a few months ago, I conned Marty into getting me this bundle, which I promised to do a video on. I just haven't got there yet. This is like the, called the, like your, what's your horoscope, your sign, what's it called? Thank you, Marty. The Zodiac collection. And this was a collab that ColourPop and Kathleen Lights did. And these are loose pigment powders. And you really can't see them that well, but they are falling out. They are beautiful. I've played with like 1 or 2 shades, and I'm not going to take them out of the box, or out of the packaging, because the packaging is just so cute. So I just have that on my dresser. Next, I have some liquid eyeshadows. Now, when Too Faced, when they came out with these liquid eyeshadows last year, and some of them have started to separate a little bit, but you just have to shake them up. But I bought every single one in the collection. Now there's 3 more shades, but you've got, I think they're all pretty neutral tones, and I think they're like 20 bucks a piece. But like all 5 of these are nude shades, and then you have 3 that are really just a really nice pop. You have this blue one, an Ice Queen, This one's like a gold one. I think it's in lemon zest. And then this one is strawberries and champagne. So there's 3 new shades, and yes, I'm going to be buying them because I use these liquid glitters all the time. And although they are really awesome, they are basically true glitters. I do have some Stila, and that's my absolute favorite. I was looking at these. I have one of the suede. I think this one is the suede one. Let's see what it says. Yeah, suede shade. I have that one in purple. And then I have 2, I believe, maybe 3. I have the shade Mystery. Maybe it's 3 shades. Yeah. I have the shade Mystery ones in 3 shades. In Spiritual, which is like a white gold color. Hypnotic, which is, it turns out more reddish bronzy. And then this one is Spellbound. And it too is like a purple. And then I have, is it Shimmer and Glow? Are this other 3? It's so hard, yeah. One Glitter and Glow, and it's in shade Plum On. For some reason I gravitate towards purple a lot. And then the Shimmer and Glow, I have Vivid Amethyst, purple. And then the other one is Vivid Sapphire, which is this one. This is the one that I wore on New Year's Eve. And then I have 2 other ones. One is from Ciate London. And I think this has like a duochrome shift on it. Pretty sure. It seems it's like a purple or a gold that shifts to like a pink. I don't know. It's not shifting at the moment. And the other one is from Cover FX, and it's their Shimmer Veil. And yes, of course, it's a purple color. You can't even see it, but it's amethyst. And this was my very first liquid eyeshadow, and I love it. I didn't figure I would be decluttering any of those. I have one single eyeshadow from Marc Jacobs, and I have to take my glasses off to look at this. It's called Blitz Glitz in Sequins. Can you guess the color? If you said some variation of purple, you would be right. And it's actually, it's weird because it's not like a cream formula. It's like a powder, but a cakey powder. It's actually fallen out of the lid, the jar, before. I didn't do that on purpose. But I paid like $25 for that. That was just crazy. But Marty loves me, and he had to spoil me. Okay, so I have some ColourPop. I've got Marty. You can't do that. Hottie Toddy, which is a Super Shock pressed pigment. Which I still don't get the pressed pigment. There's another pressed pigment. And this is like a fizz color. think it's called Fizz. Yes, it's called Fizz. I love green. I'm just like a sucker for a good green. Speaking of a good green, here's another green. It's called Empire, if you're interested. We've got a blue, luckily. We've got another one. It's called All In, and it's an ultra metallic. Oh, this one is so pretty. I mean, look at that. That's like that burgundy. Whoop. Yeah, that's like a nice burgundy. And then we've got the two single glimmer shadows from Ace Beauté that I got in a BoxyCharm. I have this color. Oh, I hit pan. It was a Kathleen Lights collab, and I believe because the sticker that was on it came off, and it says Tea Party, but that's not what it is. This one, I believe, was called Telepathy. Then I've got a couple more Super Shocks. I've got Twitter Pated. I use that one a lot. We've got Be Our Guest, which I've hit pan on that one also. I use that a lot. And then the other one is Cusp. And this one, oh baby, another green. Oh look, I missed one of my highlighters from the other day. This is Flexitarian. Beautiful champagne color. I better put that in my highlighter stack. Okay, so I also have a Space Case green eyeshadow in the shade Messy Loch Nessie. My friend Rihanna gave this one to me because she doesn't like green eyeshadow. Me personally, I'm like, how can you not like green eyeshadow? And then we have a single from Colored Rain in Champagne Life. Oh, I was going to get rid of this, but it's so pretty. Look at that. That would be a really nice highlight. Okay, I have this from Incredible, the You Glow Girl, and it's like a gel type stuff. And it was a full-size product, but I mean, there's hardly anything in there. I don't know if it's starting to evaporate or something. I don't know. Anyway, so let's talk about my Bareminerals eyeshadows. So that's my eyeshadow collection there. I mean, obviously, I love my Bareminerals. I don't use it that much anymore. But I need to do something with this collection. I just have yet to figure out what that is. I mean, I've got all kinds of colors here. Most of them are kind of muted because, you know, back before, like circa 2017, I was not into like color. My main thing was purple. You know what? Comment down below and give me your thoughts on what you think. You think I should declutter, go through and declutter my single eyeshadows from Bareminerals, or what do you think I should do? I would be interested for your opinions. Okay, so now we're ready for the palettes. I have two Morphe palettes. The first one is, what is this palette? French Babe 15B. So that's a pretty nice basic palette. And then I have this bigger one. It's a 35M Boss Mood palette. Has lots of greens and oranges. I like this one, this palette, for when I'm doing St. Patty's Day makeup. So those excite me. I'm going to try to figure out where I'm going to put these. Okay, so I have a couple of Violet Voss palettes. Two are the Fun Size palettes. I have Berry Burst and Fruit Sorbet. I love these little guys. And then we've got the Essentials Pro Series that came in BoxyCharm a few months ago. And then I've got the Holy Grail, which honestly looks like I've never used it. Maybe a swatch. Now I'm going to compare Berry Burst palettes. Oh, they're totally different. I'm going to say if they were similar. I have too much crap on my desk. Okay. The next is going to be my Tarte palettes. I have a love-hate relationship with Tarte, to be perfectly honest. Okay. So I have this Park Avenue Princess. And as I've said before, I'm not a huge bronzer girl, but I wanted this for so long that it's going to stay. And I am determined to get some, oh, that's a good smell. I am determined to get some good use out of my stuff this year. I got Big Green Big. I love this palette. Whenever I travel, I always take this palette with me. Doesn't mean I use it, but I always take it with me. Now, me saying that every time I travel, it sounds like, oh, I travel all the time. No, I don't. But when I do, I choose Dream Big. Okay. This is the very first Tarte palette I ever got. It was the Rainforest of the Sea, like my first high-end eyeshadow palette. And this is what got me into BoxyCharm. So, just for that reason, nostalgically, I'm going to be keeping this palette. Okay, so I have a couple of Huda palettes. You know, here's my thing. I have such a hard time saying Huda Beauty. I have to really accentuate when I say that. Normally, I say Huda Booty. So for all intents and purposes, Huda Booty. This is their new Nudes palette. Marty got this for me last February. Because I earned it. I'm not going to tell you how I earned it. Just kidding. But I love this. I saw that Emily Noelle got it for Christmas in 2018. And she did the most gorgeous eye look. I was like, I've got to get my hands on this palette. And then it was like $60. And I wet myself. And then it took me a while to convince the husband why I needed the palette. But eventually, persuasion set in. And I said those little magic words that every husband loves to hear. You know you're going to buy it for me anyway, so you might as well just do it now. And you know what? He did. Not to say he didn't give me crap about it, but he did. So this one is the Mauve Obsessions palette from Huda Beauty. And I got that in Ipsy. The same place I got this Huda Beauty palette. And this is the Warm Brown Obsessions. And you know what? I have never used this palette. The only color I like is this middle shade. What to do, what to do. You know what? I think that if I don't use it in the next month, it's going to go into a giveaway or something. I have a Z palette here from Sephora. And this is just filled with the shades from the Kathleen Lights collab with ColourPop in the Dream Street from this palette. One of the shades broke, so I just popped them out. Because believe it or not, this is magnetic. So I just pulled the top off. And I popped in this palette. I have a single shadow from Hikari in Fierce, which I really love that one. And then I don't know where I got this one. It's a pretty bronze color. I have a blush and I don't know who that's from. I have a Ciate London. Looks like a highlight in Moon Dust. And then I have this big pan. I have no idea what that's from. And then I have a couple little other babies. I'm going to try and put one of them in the pan with my Kathleen Lights one. So they'll all be in the same place. And then these two shadows, little tiny ones right there, I think I'm just going to throw away. I'm going to put them back in this pan for the moment, but I think I need to get a new magnetic palette for those three shades. So we shall see. So let's transition into ColourPop. Now, I made my own palette back, I think, in March, maybe February. I bought all these single shadows and put them in this palette. I absolutely love the colors. There's purples and blues, a turquoise, some nudie shades. This is one of my favorites. Then I have some more Super Shock shadows. This was the ColourPop and Kathleen Lights collab that she did a year ago for Christmas, called Twinkling Lights. Those are some really good ones. Recently, we have the So Jaded palette that she did. Love that. And then, of course, we've got all of these monochromatic palettes. Purple, orange, green, yellow. And then this other one is the strawberry one, the strawberry shake one. I love my monochromatic palettes. They come in handy. Yes, they do. This one is the Golden State of Mind palette. I believe these are all shimmers. Yep, all shimmers. I think I'm going to get rid of this palette because I don't see me using it. Okay. Next, we have the Perception collab with ColourPop and Shayla. I love this palette. And we also have another Kathleen Lights collab, the Zodiac Palette. My latest acquisition from ColourPop, the Bye Bye Birdie palette. Which, have I used this? I think I've done a look with it, but I also have the Disney Designer Princesses collection. So pretty. I keep it in the box so it doesn't get lost in all my stuff. Okay, we've got ColourPop and Pure. Oh man, I was all about this like a summer and a half ago. I still love it. Just for that pink and blue color. The Pure Festival palette. I'm going to hang on to that and see if I can't use it in my collection. The Pure Midnight Masquerade. Got the blushes and highlighter, eyeshadow. I've got two Milani palettes, the Gilded Noir and Gilded Rouge. The formula on these are really good for drugstore. I think the Gilded Rouge has some pressed glitters. But honestly, the reason I bought these was for the gold shade and that blue. I was lucky. These were like 20 bucks. And I was lucky to find a sale on Sephora where they were half off. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get both of them. Already. I've got the two, oh, don't fall down. I have the two Emily Noelle palettes from Makeup Revolution. This palette, which I love to take with me when I travel, you know, because I travel so much. But this, the wants are, I mean, first of all, this is a huge mirror, and the shades are so nice. Now, I mean, if you're wanting to get a good bang for your buck, I would really suggest this palette. Now, if you buy this palette and you're like, this is shit, thank you. You have to realize these shades are buildable. You're not going to get high intensity, you know, over the top pigment right out of the gate. You've got to build it up. Alamar, they are just killing it. We've got palette number 1 and palette number 2. Now, I do not speak Cuban, but I'm going to give it my best bet. Reina del Caribe, Volume 1 and 2. The price point is really nice for these palettes. You get beautiful, buttery, pigmented shades. You can't go wrong. Now, this next stack, I have two Urban Decay eyeshadows. First one is the Naked Cherry, which I absolutely adore. That's what I'm wearing on my eyes right now. And the other Urban Decay palette I have is called Born to Run. And this is just a beautiful warm color story. Can't go wrong with that. I have two ABH palettes. I have the Riviera palette. Oh. That maybe I should be a little bit more careful with. Hang on just a minute. So we have my ABH just kind of got a little bit, needed to be pressed back a little bit. I like it. I mean, it's not the best in their range, but, you know, it's good. The other palette I got from ABH. Marty just got me. It's the Alyssa Edwards palette. And I have played with that a little bit. And I love that palette. I have not had any issues whatsoever with blendability or anything. I mean, always and forever, Alyssa Edwards. It's in your face hot pink. But the blue in this palette, oh my gosh, it is so good. I wanted this palette, well, for one thing, I love to support an awesome queen. Two, the yellow and the blue in this palette just looked yummy and delicious. And I was like, I just want it. And we found it at TJ Maxx or Marshalls or someplace like that for less than $20. So, I'm like, yes, please. Yes, I want to save a lot of money. Well, yes, Marty wants to save a lot of money. Okay. I have to readjust. Get me a drink of my fake wine. Okay. So, we're going to save Too Faced for last. I'll be right back. We need to clear the clip. Okay. Switched it up a little bit. So these are basically, these are palettes that are single. Like I don't have like multiples of the brand. So Moonspell. I got this for Christmas. Beautiful color story. And I cannot wait to use this palette. Plus, it's gorgeous. It looks like a book. And I want to set it out on my shelf. Because it literally looks like a fancy book. Oh, good. Someone in my building is smoking weed again. I digress. So, another palette I just got, not for Christmas, but the Fairytale Storybook Cosmetics palette, Little Briar Rose. I have been enjoying this palette. And it also looks like a book. So, I'm also going to probably, I don't know, put it on a bookshelf. Kind of showing you the bigger palettes. Oh. Do we remember the burger palette from Glam Light? I mean, I still keep it in its original packaging because how cute is this packaging? I mean, come on. I absolutely love this palette. I haven't had this palette for very long. So, I shall put it back in its happy little burger package. I don't know, it just doesn't seem right to separate it from its packaging. Oh, shit. Oh, excuse my language. No, I don't like to cuss on my channel. Maybe we should, see if this one made it. Oh, pretty resilient. It did not die. So this is Nude Rose Gold Elf. And because I'm not a big, huge elf fan, it's going in the bucket. Excuse me, had to lift and separate, girls. So we got the Zodiac Palette from BH Cosmetics. This one has 25 eyeshadow colors and highlighter. I wore this the other day in my Get Ready With Me, and I just have to say, I am not disappointed in this palette. And that green right up there, oh, so good and yummy and delicious. And the highlight, wow. I think it's very fitting that this is the Zodiac palette because you could probably see that highlighter from space. I definitely believe it. Okay, so next we have In the Palm of Your Hand, part 2. This one was supposed to be like the best of the balm, their greatest hits. It's got 3 blushes, the Mary Luminizer, it's got Bahama Mama Bronzer, and then it's got 4 eyeshadows. And honestly, I don't think I've tried this palette. I basically just watched it. So I do need to give it a try. See if I like the quality and whatnot. Now, the next one, I will never get rid of this product because this is what turned me on to BoxyCharm to begin with. I was watching a Kathleen Lights video and she was talking about BoxyCharm. And they had like, she had this palette and then 2 pressed, like a duo pressed powder from Bareminerals. And like I've said, I was the Bareminerals queen. So I was like, oh, I got to get that box. And so when I signed up, I couldn't get that month. So later, I bought the Bareminerals powder. And then I watched Blink's website. And I watched and watched and watched. And the price went down from 50, 5 shadows. From $50 to 25. So I got it. And then, because I just wanted it for this cranberry shade. And you know, the other day, I saw this exact same palette in TJ Maxx. And I almost got it, but I was like, I already have it. What am I doing? Okay. Now, this next one Marty got me for Christmas. From Fenty Beauty. Their Moroccan Spice palette. So far, I love this. Plus the fact that the packaging is cool and he actually bought me an eyeshadow palette for Christmas. I mean, that was like, aw, he knows me so well. Alright, the next one I've got, and see, I've been thinking about this one. Do I think that I'm going to use this palette? No. I decluttered it once from my collection, and it worked its way back in. It is from Pretty Vulgar, and it is the Nightingale eyeshadow palette. So, and this is what it looks like. Upside down, of course. So, yeah. Bucket. Okay. The Book of Eyes by Smith and Colt. You know what? That makes my OCD crazy, but I'm going to keep it in my collection. This next one cracks me up. It's from LA Colors, and it's called Eyeshadow. Bold. Okay, are you ready? You're not ready. Are you ready? That is their idea of what bold is. Kind of looks pastel-y to me. So that one is definitely going to go in the bucket. See, and that's proof. I do have had drugstore makeup in my collection. I have one Busy Art palette, their Rose Edit. I like this one. I like the size of it too. I'm going to keep that one. I just bought this one. It's from a company called Milan Row. They're fairly new to the industry, I think. And it is Iconic Couture. And it is also beautiful. And since I've only used this once, I'm going to keep it in my happy little collection, especially since it took so long to get it. I have one Smashbox eyeshadow, their Cover Shot Prism palette, and it's more muted, but I actually like that. You really can't tell, but there's some purples in there. We have the Blushing Berries from Dose of Color. Love, love, love that one. Okay. This is another one that weaned its way back into my collection. This is from Sephora, Midnight Wishes. Let's say bye-bye. I have a Wet n Wild palette. That was the Pac-Man. Oh man, I think my palette broke. Wonder how that happened. Well, anyway, this is the Wet n Wild Pac-Man palette. Hopefully I can figure out how to fix that. I don't know where the little pins went to. Oh, hold up. One of the pins is on my shirt. That is bizarre. That's super weird. Especially I haven't hardly used this since I did the review. Oh well. I really like this one. It's got that big pan of yellow. Love it. We've got Ace Beauté. I love these. They're beautiful. We've got Butter London. I'm not sure about this palette. I don't think I've given it a fair shake. So we have the Party Animal from Laura Lee, Los Angeles. I actually love this palette. This palette gets so much crap from so many people, but I actually like it. It performed well for me, you know, no problems. Next we have Winky Lux. Their kitten palette. You know, I have all these colors in my collection, so I think I'm going to pass this on and pass it into the bucket. We've got Makeup Forever. They did this Artist Shadows, and this is in the book 2. Very heavy. I could probably knock Marty out with it. But there's some really pretty shades in here. I really like them. They have this purple one down here that I've gouged my nail into. It's really pretty. I also have this Artist Couture Midnight Mavens palette. I just got this in November. I think, have I used this? I used the pink. Maybe. Anyway, it's really good. I really like it. Okay. So, we've got a Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Thunder palette. I really haven't played with this too much, so I'm going to give that a shot. Oh, from Carlo Cosmetics. This palette is really nice. If you want to do like a more office-friendly look, this palette has got you covered. It is the You Had Me at Aloha palette. Let's be honest, that's why I bought it, because it was a Hawaii themed palette, and my daughter was born in Hawaii. Even though she seems to be doing her own thing right now, and no one has seen hide nor hair of her and the baby. But anyway, I digress. Next, I have a palette from Suba Beauty. I have never used this palette. So, because of that, I think it needs to go to a brand new home where it could get some love. So, let's pluck it. And the last one in the singles is from Tetris by Ipsy. The only reason I'm going to keep on to this palette is for that blue. I like to use it to line my eyes. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so here at Casa de Long, we have a love affair with Too Faced. Yes, I know all of the drama. But I still love it. Now, I have a couple of lovely palettes here. I have the Too Faced Natural Love palette. It doesn't come out to play that often, but when it does, I make the most amazing looks with that palette. Now, we've got another Big Daddy. You guys remember this? This was their celebration, basically, of 20 years. And it was an expensive palette, but I'm still loving it. Yes, and it's huge. I think it's got like 22 shadows in it. Well, if you consider these two, it would be 22 shadows. Some beautiful shimmers in there. When I'm feeling extremely creative, I like to pull this out and play with it. But honestly, it takes up so much room in my drawer. It really does. Okay. So, Life's a Festival, Peace, Love, and Unicorns. I absolutely adore this palette because it has some shape-shifting colors in there. Has this highlighter. Unicorn Tears. And this shade right here, it kind of looks brown in the pan, but then put it on and it kind of has a green shift. Yeah, Unicorn Tears. So I think I need to keep this. It brings me joy and it's very pretty. Speaking of pretty, why does Too Faced have to make such huge, bulky packaging? Example A, the Pretty Rich eyeshadow palette. I mean, I get what they were going with it, you know, to make it kind of look like a necklace box. Dang, these things are hard to store. Okay. Everyone remembers the Too Faced Gingerbread Spice palette. That's an oldie but a goodie. And who could forget the Sweet Peach palette? That's also a nice palette. I have one chocolate bar palette. And this is a chocolate gold. Let's see what happened was. I bought off of eBay this palette. Not this palette, but the palette I bought, it was a fake. It was a bad fake, really. And before that happened to me, I did not realize that there was people out there making fake brands of makeup. I knew people duped makeup, but I didn't know they were straight out people were making fake products and then selling them to suckers like me who were like, oh, I can save some money. Let me buy that. But now Marty bought me the real one because he's awesome. And then, oh, and it smells so good. I had bought these two palettes, the Sparkling Pineapple and the Razzle Dazzle Berry. I really haven't used the Sparkling Pineapple that much. I got it on sale at Ulta. But the Razzle Dazzle Berry I use a lot. And if y'all remember, oh, it smells so good. If y'all remember, this is one of the palettes that I gave away in my very first giveaway to a Miss Jackie. I have two of these little baby palettes, and one is Tickled Peach and the other one is Sugar Cookie, and really they look very similar, but I love them both and use them both, and they're awesome, so that gets to stay. My very first Too Faced palette was this palette, the Just Peachy Mattes, and it is as good today as it was when I first bought it. And oh, it smells just as good too. And then of course I've got the Sugar Peach Face and Eye palette. Marty got this for me last year. Oh, it has that good peachy smell. Yes, 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 please. And then I have the Palm Springs Dreams. I was so glad that I didn't get BoxyCharm Premium this month because I believe that these were the two palettes that were your choice. So the Cocktail Party Eyeshadow Palette, first of all, let me talk to you about how stinking cute this packaging is. Oh, so cute. And then I still don't know what the smell is. Maybe a rum punch drink or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, I love the colors in it. I love using that blue. It is just, I like using Saucy and Bossy, Mocktail, and Swank. So pretty. I love, love, love that palette. Now, the last palette I have today, I don't love. And I'm going to tell you why. You know, I reviewed this collection, the Too Faced Pretty Mess with Erica Jane. As some of you know her, the Slutty Housewife of Beverly Hills. Okay. So, I'm bipolar. And why do they have to do that? I get it. It's the aesthetic. It's a mess, pretty mess, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, it's just, well, it's just so messy. And this collection, although I bought the collection, I bought the whole collection. But this collection, I get it. She has an online persona of like, if you don't know who Erica Jane is, go onto YouTube. Well, you're on YouTube. Go and in the search bar, put in Erica Jane and watch some of her music videos, but be prepared. It's very sexual. I mean, she's got shade names in here, Sextravagant and Queen E, which, and then FUCK, Frugal. It's just like, really? Why you have to be so naughty? Naughty, naughty. But I like the shade colors. It's just the names. I'm like, oh, honey, you don't have to be nasty like that all the time. And I mean, I think Erica Jane is my age. She don't look like it, but I mean, you don't have to. Don't let me get on my soapbox, because I will. So, this is the last day you can sign up to enter to win my birthday giveaway. Tomorrow, Marty and I will be drawing the winner of my birthday giveaway. So this is what you need to do. I'm going to link up here in the cards the video you need to go watch, and it tells you what you need to do. Comment in that video. Be subscribed to my channel, and then go to Lynette's Facebook page, Lynette's Beauty Box Facebook page, and leave a comment about what you're most excited for this new year 2020. Okay, so until next time, this has been a fun series for me. I've gotten rid of a whole bucket. Oh, that's heavy. A whole bucket full of makeup, which is going to go to someone in need. Probably several someones in need. So, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time we upload new, fun, exciting content. And until next time, mad love to you. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hi, Marty. Wave.